Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're talking all about meal prep for weight loss. I have 5 lunches that are all under 400 calories, so let's go ahead and jump into it. All you Rigon do is mash up your chickpeas with a fork, and then mix them with some Dijon mustard, red onion, salt and pepper. As you guys can see, it came out to just 369 calories. And this recipe is actually super unique. What I mean by that is that they are refilled with nutrient-dense foods that are going to keep you full throughout the day without packing on the calories. Batch cooking is simply a cooking method where you prepare a large quantity of food all at once. This is a great way to save time during the week when you're short on time. Just grab a container and you're ready to go. In terms of how long these meals last, most of them will last about 4 to 5 days in the refrigerator. Now there are a couple of meals that won't last as long. For example, the shrimp stir-fry. I would only eat that within 2 to 3 days. But most of these meals should last 4 to 5 days in the refrigerator. For example, every single meal that I showed you today is packed with fiber, which is known to keep you full. They're only about $5 for 10 containers. They're reusable, BPA-free, microwave-safe, freezer-safe, dishwasher-safe. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Basically, they're just really high-quality meal prep containers. And they come in a variety of sizes. I have the largest size, which is 33 ounces. But they also have smaller sizes if that's what you're looking for. And I like these containers because they lock in freshness, and they keep my food fresh throughout the week. And as you guys can see, they're also really easy to stack and store in my fridge. Fiber is also great for digestion, and it helps you feel full without adding in a bunch of extra calories. In addition to fiber, all of these meals are packed with protein. Protein is another macronutrient that is known to keep you full. In fact, research shows that eating a high-protein breakfast can help you reduce your overall calorie intake throughout the day. So if you're looking for an easy way to cut back on calories, try adding in more protein to your diet. And lastly, all of these meals are low in saturated fat and added sugar. Saturated fat and added sugar are 2 of the worst types of nutrients that you can possibly eat. Not only are they not filling, but they're also going to cause inflammation throughout your body. Inflammation has been linked to a variety of health problems, including obesity, heart disease, and cancer. So if you're looking to lose weight and improve your overall health, be sure to cut back on saturated fat and added sugar. I haven't seen anyone else talk about it, so I'm really excited to share it with you guys. To make this recipe, you're going to grab your ground turkey, a box of whole wheat pasta, some cherry tomatoes, tomato basil soup, Italian seasoning, salt and pepper. And then you're going to cook your pasta according to the package instructions. While your pasta is cooking, you're going to brown your ground turkey on the stove on medium heat. Once your ground turkey is fully cooked through, you're going to add in your cherry tomatoes, your tomato basil soup, and your Italian seasoning. And then you're going to let that simmer on low heat for about 10 minutes. Then you're going to serve that mixture over your pasta. And as you guys can see, this meal is super high volume. It's filling and it's a great meal prep option. For weight loss, I was able to make 4 containers of this ground turkey pasta. And like I said, it's a really unique recipe that I know you guys are going to love. It came out to just 323 calories. And I absolutely love this recipe because not only is it super quick and easy, but it's also super flavorful. From there, and you're just going to cook them through. Then you're going to pour your sauce on top and let it simmer for about 2 minutes. And then, once your sauce is thickening, you're going to serve it over brown rice. Now I know that brown rice does have a little bit more carbs than white rice, but I prefer brown rice because it's a little bit more filling. But you can definitely use white rice if you want. And like I said, this recipe is super quick and easy. I was able to make 4 containers of this shrimp stir-fry. Like I said, it's super flavorful. It's really filling, and it's a great meal prep option for weight loss. It came out to just 366 calories. And this recipe is super high volume, which means it's going to keep you full throughout the day. To make this recipe, for extra protein, if you want to get fancy. But either way, like I said, I was able to make 4 burrito bowls with this recipe, so it was great for meal prepping. And then you're going to spread that mixture onto your favorite bread. And then from there, you're going to top it with tomato and spinach. Now you can use whatever type of bread that you want in this recipe. I like to use this seeded whole grain bread because it has just a little bit more filling than your typical white bread. But you can really use whatever you want. Like I said, this recipe is super easy. I was able to make 4 sandwiches with this recipe, and they were just great to grab and go throughout the week. The first recipe is this buffalo chicken salad. It is so delicious. And honestly, one of my favorite recipes to make because it's just super easy. You don't need many ingredients. The only thing you're going to want to do is grab a pan on the stove, add in your cubed up chicken breast, some Frank's Red Hot, some butter, a little bit of salt and pepper, and you are ready to go. Once your chicken is fully cooked through, you're going to take that, and then you're going to mix it with your favorite ranch. That's what I did. And then you're going to serve it over a bed of lettuce with tomato, onion, cucumber. And if you're feeling crazy, you can even add a few croutons in there. I didn't do that today. But as you guys can see, this entire meal came out to just 327 calories. And the great thing about this recipe is that it actually makes a ton. So I was easily able to portion it out into 4 different containers. And as you guys can see, I have a lot of food here. So if you're looking for a recipe that is super filling and it's going to keep you full throughout the day, definitely try out this buffalo chicken salad. The next recipe is this chickpea salad sandwich. As you guys can see, it came out to just 378 calories. This recipe is also super easy. Next up is this sweet potato and black bean burrito bowl. Next up is this shrimp stir fry. And last but certainly not least is this ground turkey pasta. Now before we wrap up this video, I wanted to mention that all of these recipes are high volume, low calorie meals. And lastly, I wanted to mention that all of these meals are super easy to batch cook. In terms of which containers I like to use for meal prepping, I've tried pretty much all of them on the market, and I've landed on these meal prep containers from Amazon. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe.